If you don't control your 24 hours, someone else will. Think about that for a second. How many days have you gone to sleep feeling like you could have done more? How often do you wake up with good intentions and end the day disappointed? Not because you are lazy, not because you do not care, but because time slipped away while you were not paying attention. This video is for you if you are tired of watching hours disappear into distractions. If you want to feel proud at the end of every day. If you want to see real results in your life, not just dreams in your head. You are about to learn how successful people treat their hours differently. You are going to learn how to use your mornings right, how to protect your focus, how to finish what you start, and how to grow a little every day. Stay with me because from this moment on, your time will no longer go to waste. You are about to master your 24 hours like a genius and your future self will thank you for it. Chapter 1. Own every hour, so time never controls you. You know there comes a point in life when you must decide who is the leader and who is the follower inside your own day. Every person on earth gets the same 24 hours. The same number as the most successful people you admire. The same number as a person who feels lost and stuck. The difference is not in the hours. The difference is in who owns those hours. You can wake up in the morning and watch the clock take your life away. Or you can wake up and command every minute to serve your goals, your growth, your future. Many people move through the day without thinking. They wake up because the alarm rings. They hurry because they are late. They scroll because boredom hits. They work because someone told them to. And before they notice the sun is gone, the night is here and their day is just a memory. They go to sleep thinking tomorrow will be different. But the truth is this. Tomorrow will be the same if the person is the same. A genius is not born from talent alone. A genius is born from daily decisions. The kind of decisions that show time who is in charge. Owning every hour begins the moment you open your eyes. That hour is your first victory or your first loss. Do you wake up ready to move or do you allow the day to drag you forward while your mind is still asleep? Choice. That is where power begins. You choose how you start. You choose the first action. You choose what thoughts enter your mind before anything else. When a person takes responsibility for that first hour, they take responsibility for their life. You feel the sheets over you. You feel the air around you. You feel the chance to start strong. That experience is real, and that experience is yours to direct. Time becomes powerful when you attach purpose to your hours. If you wake up and wander, you lose. If you wake up and know what matters, you win. A person without purpose is pushed around by time. A person with purpose uses time like a tool. Think about the day ahead. Think about how your actions today create your results tomorrow. That is how you own the hour. You decide in advance how that hour helps you grow. You do not wait for life to make the decision for you. Notice how you feel when you waste time. There is a heaviness inside your chest. A small voice in your mind says you could be doing better. That discomfort is not something to ignore. That discomfort is your potential calling for respect. Your potential knows you are capable of more. And every hour you ignore it, you feel the distance between who you are and who you can be. When you own your hours, you remove that distance. You feel lighter because your actions and your dreams finally match. Owning time is not about filling every second with work. It is about making every hour meaningful. Meaning can be rest. Meaning can be learning. Meaning can be loving the people who support you. Meaning can be taking steps toward your goals. The question is simple. Did the hour make your life better or did the hour take from your life? Every hour spent must give you something in return. Confidence, strength, knowledge, peace, progress. If an hour does not give you any of these, it is time to make a change. Many people say they do not have time, but they have hours for entertainment. They have hours to scroll through a screen. They have hours to overthink and delay. They have hours to doubt themselves. Time is not the missing piece. The missing piece is ownership. A genius treats hours like valuable money. They do not throw them away. They invest them. You can feel the difference when you choose to invest your time. You stand taller. You speak clearer. You move through your day with intention. People notice. You notice. Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly what you will build. You feel energy in your body because you are moving towards something. You feel excitement because your life has direction. You feel strong because you are the one steering the ship. That is what it means to own your hours. You take control. You become the decision maker. You are no longer waiting for permission to live a better life. You understand that time does not slow down for anyone. So you speed up the actions that matter. Small changes build mastery. You do not need to change your whole life in one day. You need to change 1 hour then the next. When you do this every day, the transformation becomes unstoppable. You start believing in yourself because you see what you can do. That belief shows up every morning. You wake up and say, "This day is mine. These hours are mine. My future is mine." That belief is stronger than any fear or doubt. People may try to interrupt your time. They may demand attention. They may want you to solve their problems. There will always be things that try to steal your hours away. When you own your time, you learn to say yes to what matters and no to what destroys your progress. It can feel uncomfortable at first, but with every boundary you set, you feel more control over your life. You stop being available for things that do not support your future. Owning every hour also means being honest with yourself. When you waste time, admit it. When you delay action, admit it. When you fall off track, admit it. Honesty gives you power because it allows you to correct yourself quickly. You look at the day and see what truly happened. Not excuses, not stories, just the truth. And from that truth, you grow. Think about the pride you feel when you finish something important. Think about the joy when you keep a promise to yourself. Think about the strength in your voice when you talk about your goals after making real progress. Those feelings are not accidents. They are rewards. Rewards that come when you own your hours and direct them towards something that matters to you. A genius does not wait for motivation. A genius creates movement. Motivation grows after action. You take a step, then you feel the excitement. You make progress, then motivation expands. When you rely on motivation to start, you lose. When you rely on discipline to start, you dominate. Every time you act, even when you do not feel like it, you train your brain to respect you. You become a leader inside your own mind. And when you are the leader inside your mind, you become the leader inside your life. Your 24 hours are your greatest opportunity. They are your chance to build your skills, your health, your mind, your character. They are your chance to grow into a person you are proud to be. Do not wait for a different year, a different month, a different moment. The moment is already here in your hands. It is the hour you are living right now. What you do with this hour says everything about what you believe you deserve. Feel your heart beating. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel your breath. You are alive. You have time. You have a chance to make today different. You have a chance to rise above distraction. You have a chance to look at the clock and say, "You answer to me." Not the other way around. Own your morning. Own your tasks. Own your decisions. Own your progress. Own your mistakes. Own your growth. Own your power. Because when you own your hours, you own your life. And once you own your life, there is no limit to who you can become. Chapter 2. Prioritize actions that give your life meaning. Every person wants a life that feels important. Every person wants to wake up with a reason to move forward. But wanting is not enough. Wanting does not change anything until actions match the life you say you want. The truth is simple. Your day is built from what you choose to do. And what you choose to do either lifts your life higher or keeps you stuck in the same place. To prioritize actions that give your life meaning, you must look at each hour and ask a powerful question. Will this help me become the person I want to be? There are actions that feel comfortable. There are actions that feel fun in the moment. But meaningful actions have a deeper effect. They build confidence. They develop your skills. They shape your character. They move you closer to your future goals. When you choose these actions, you feel stronger inside. You feel proud of how you spend your time. You feel connected to a bigger purpose than just passing the day. That feeling is what gives life meaning. You know you are growing instead of only surviving. Some people live by reaction. They wait for something to happen. They let the day decide what they will do. They jump from one thing to another without any direction. They reach the end of the day tired but not fulfilled. They did many things yet nothing truly meaningful. Then there are those who live by intention. They think before they act. They say yes only when an action supports their goals. They avoid the things that steal time and give nothing back. They are not perfect, but they are focused. They end the day knowing they built something inside themselves. To prioritize what matters, you must first know what matters. Sit with your own thoughts. Think about what gives you a sense of purpose. Think about the moments that make you feel alive and proud. Think about what you want for your future. Do you want better health, stronger relationships, more skills, more stability, greater peace? These desires are real. They are signals from your potential. They tell you what is important. When your actions follow these signals, your life becomes meaningful. Now look at your typical day with honesty. How much time goes into things that help you grow? How much time goes into distractions? How much time goes into actions that do not match your values? This is where change begins. When you face the truth of how you spend your time, you learn what needs to improve. There is no growth in denial. Growth comes from seeing clearly and choosing differently. As you begin to choose meaningful actions, you will notice something. The harder actions are often the ones that give the greatest sense of progress. Reading instead of scrolling, exercising instead of delaying, working on a skill instead of wasting hours, practicing discipline instead of giving into impulses. These choices are not always easy, but they give you something lasting. They turn your day into a step forward instead of a step backward. People sometimes avoid meaningful actions because they fear discomfort, but discomfort is temporary. Growth stays. You can feel pain today and power tomorrow, or you can avoid pain today and remain weak tomorrow. You decide. The choice is in every moment. A meaningful life is not built by avoiding challenges. It is built by facing them. It is built by taking action even when you feel uncertain. You do not wait for the perfect time. You create progress while others wait. A person who prioritizes meaning learns to protect their time from low-value demands. Not every request deserves your attention. Not every invitation supports your goals. You must become selective, not rude, not cold, just protective of your future. When you guard your time, you guard your life. You are saying my goals matter, my growth matters, my future matters. That mindset makes you powerful. It also helps to break your meaningful actions into smaller steps. Sometimes a goal feels too big. That can make you freeze. But when you take one simple step, the goal becomes easier. Write one page. Move your body for a short time. Practice one lesson. Improve one skill. Small steps lead to big changes. And every step proves that you are serious about your goals. When you choose actions that give your life meaning, you start to notice how different the day feels. You are not just passing time. You are building your life. You speak with more hope. You think with more clarity. You feel more in control. You look at the future and see possibilities instead of fears. You begin to enjoy the growth process. That is how real confidence is built. Some people will not understand your new priorities. They may question your choices. They may want you to go back to old habits. But remember this, most people stay stuck because they follow the crowd. If you want a meaningful life, you must choose a different path. You must commit to actions that reflect your values and your dreams. You do not owe anyone an explanation for choosing better for yourself. Progress may feel slow sometimes, but slow progress is still progress. Every day you choose, meaning you get stronger. Every day you take action, you move forward. The results may not show right away, but inside you something powerful is growing. You are becoming someone who does not quit, someone who does not settle, someone who takes control of their life with purpose. Meaning is not found by accident. Meaning is created by conscious choices repeated every day. You can feel it when your actions and your dreams line up. You feel a deeper sense of happiness, a deeper sense of peace. You look at yourself with respect, and that respect changes everything. Your life becomes a message that says, I am here to make my hours count. I am here to grow. I am here to build a future worth living. I am here to become the best version of myself. People notice the difference. They see the fire in your eyes. They see that you are serious about your future. You become someone who inspires others without even trying. When you wake up tomorrow, ask yourself a simple question. What action today will move my life forward? Choose it, do it, and feel the pride that comes from knowing you invested your time into something that matters. Choose again in the next hour. Then again soon. Your entire day is filled with meaningful choices. You are not here to waste hours. You are not here to live a life on autopilot. You are here to rise. You are here to make your story worth remembering. You are here to give your life the meaning it deserves. Start today. Prioritize the actions that help you grow into the person you are capable of becoming. Because when your actions match your purpose, every day feels like progress. And a life built on progress is a life that feels truly worth living. Chapter 3. Finish what you start before anything else. When you start something and finish it, you build a kind of strength that cannot be bought. You build belief in yourself. You build the feeling that your word matters. Most people begin many things but finish very few. They get excited at the start and discouraged in the middle. They move on to something else hoping the next thing is easier. But life does not reward beginnings. Life rewards completion. Real progress happens when you stay with a task until the job is done. When you finish what you start before moving to anything else, you show the world and yourself that you are dependable, that you are serious about your future. Think about how many promises to yourself you have left waiting. Projects saved for later, plans that never get completed, ideas that never become reality. Each unfinished task takes a little confidence away. A small voice inside says you do not follow through. That voice grows louder every time you quit halfway. But there is another voice that appears when you finish something important. It says you can trust yourself. It says you are capable. And when that voice becomes your main voice, your confidence becomes unstoppable. Completion is a powerful habit. And like every habit, it starts with one decision. The decision to continue when you feel like stopping. The decision to stay focused when distractions try to pull you away. The decision to show up again even when motivation is low. These decisions reshape your future. A person who finishes becomes a leader of their own life. They no longer rely on excitement to carry them. They rely on discipline, which is far stronger and much more consistent. Finishing one important task before starting another keeps your mind clear. When your attention is scattered across many unfinished tasks, stress builds up. You lie down at night thinking about everything you did not complete. There is a heaviness in your thoughts. But imagine ending your day knowing the task that mattered most is done. You feel lighter. You feel proud. You sleep better because you made progress that counts. That kind of feeling pushes you to wake up stronger the next day. Many people jump from one task to another because distraction feels easier than focus. But distraction steals pride. It steals growth. It steals the joy of seeing results. When you commit to finishing, you are saying your time is too valuable to waste on half-done work. You take the first task you planned and you complete it. You do not keep switching. You do not allow side tasks to take over. You give all of your attention to one finish line at a time. Finishing also builds momentum. When you complete something, you get a rush of accomplishment. Your brain learns that effort leads to reward. That feeling encourages you to take on the next task with more energy. Soon finishing becomes a pattern. You become someone who gets things done. People notice. Opportunities appear because reliability is rare and respected. There will be moments when you feel tired. Moments when the work seems harder than expected. Moments when doubt tries to convince you to quit. But here is the truth. Difficulty is the sign that you are growing. Challenge is the doorway to achievement. When you keep going, you strengthen your will. You teach yourself that you can push through obstacles. That lesson stays with you for life. Finishing does not mean rushing. It means staying committed. It means focusing on quality. It is delivering the best you can produce. When you take pride in your work rewards you. People feel the effort you put into what you complete. They trust you more. They respect you more. You attract better relationships and better opportunities because you have built the habit of completion. To master this skill, start with one important task each day. Pick something that actually matters, something that moves your life forward, something that gives you progress you can measure. Begin with that task and stay with it until it is done. If you feel bored, keep going. If you feel tired, take a short pause, then continue. Do not jump to another task until you complete the one in front of you. Celebrate every finish not with big rewards but with acknowledgement. Feel the satisfaction of keeping the promise you made to yourself. Feel the strength of your own follow-through. That feeling is few. It reminds you that you are capable of controlling your own life. Finishing what you start also helps you build trust with others. People learn that when you commit, you deliver. They feel confident relying on you. They see you as someone who follows through no matter what. That reputation becomes part of your identity. You become someone known for consistency instead of inconsistency. That changes your relationships, your opportunities, and your future success. When you complete a task, you also give closure to your mind. An unfinished task keeps you thinking about it even when you're not working on it. It pulls attention away from the present moment. Completion frees your mental energy. It allows you to focus fully on what comes next without the weight of unfinished work behind you. Some tasks take days or weeks or months. Finishing does not mean rushing through them in one sitting. It means sticking to the schedule you set. It means every day you show up and make progress. Step by step, hour by hour, you move closer until one day you reach the end. And that day feels incredible because you know how much effort and patience it required. The ability to finish is one of the greatest qualities you can build. It will separate you from people who only talk about plans. It will separate you from those who make promises and break them. It will make you feel stronger than you have ever felt because you become the kind of person who can bring ideas into reality. Each completion adds a new layer of strength to your identity. You begin to think differently. You begin to talk differently. You begin to walk with more purpose. Success does not show up all at once. It shows up as finished tasks stacking on top of each other. A finished workout, a finished assignment, a finished project, a finished improvement. And each one proves you are becoming a person who turns goals into results. When you finish what you start, you respect your time, your energy, and your future. You do not allow excuses to win. You do not allow distraction to lead. You take the lead. You decide the ending. And that decision builds power in your voice and courage in your action. Right now, there is something you once decided was important. Maybe you paused it. Maybe you forgot it. Maybe you feared the effort it would take to complete it. Look at that thing again. Bring it back to life. Finish it. Show yourself that you are not someone who gives up halfway. Show yourself that you can honor your plans. Feel the fire that comes from completion. Let that fire guide you into the next project and the next achievement. A strong and fulfilling life is built on finished work. When you look back years from now, you will not remember how many things you started. You will remember what you completed. So take charge of the task in front of you. Give it your full commitment. Finish what you start before anything else, because that is how you build a future that makes you proud to be alive. Chapter 4. Start your morning by doing your most important work. The morning is the foundation of your entire day. The moment you wake up, you receive a fresh chance to build progress. Before anyone demands your attention, before messages appear, before the world becomes noisy, you have a quiet window where your focus is strongest and your mind is clear. What you choose to do in that window sets the tone for everything that follows. When you begin your morning with your most important work, you take control of your day from the very first hour. You show your goals that they matter more than distractions. You decide that progress comes before comfort. You choose growth over convenience. Most people start their mornings reacting to the world. They grab their phone before they even think. They check notifications and scroll through what others are doing. They give away their attention before they even give themselves a chance. And once the mind is filled with outside noise, it becomes harder to focus again. The morning slips away, minutes turn into hours, and the day already feels rushed and stressful. But when you begin the morning with your most important work, the entire direction of your day changes. You put your energy where it counts. You invest your best hours into your best goals. There is something powerful about early progress. You feel a sense of movement before anything else tries to slow you down. You feel productive while most people are still waiting for motivation. You gain a mental advantage that stays with you the rest of the day. Because once you complete something valuable in the morning, you feel more confident, you feel capable, you feel ahead instead of behind. And that feeling influences every decision you make afterward. Your most important work is not always the easiest. It might challenge you. It might stretch your skills. It might require discipline and patience. That is exactly why it needs to be first. When your energy and focus are at their peak, you can give the task the attention it deserves. Trying to tackle important work after hours of stress and reaction makes everything feel harder. When you delay the meaningful tasks, they become heavier in your mind. The stress builds, guilt grows, you overthink, and by the end of the day, you feel drained with nothing to show for it. But if you place your most important work first, you remove that weight right away. You free your mind to enjoy the rest of the day knowing progress is already made. Every morning you are given a choice. You can spend the first hour strengthening your future or wasting your potential. Think of that first hour as your most valuable currency. When you spend it wisely, the return is massive. You build skills. You advance your goals. You grow your self-respect. The morning becomes proof that you are serious about your life. It becomes evidence that you want your future to be better than your past. Some people say they are not morning people. But this is not about waking up earlier than everyone else. It is about using the morning you already have for something that matters. You do not need to change the time you wake up. You need to change what you do. Right after waking up, even 30 minutes of focused progress can transform your day. It is the discipline that matters, not the hour on the clock. Imagine starting your day by avoiding the phone and instead writing down one task you know will make you better. Then you work on that task while your mind is fresh and free from stress. You give it your full attention. No interruptions, no excuses. When you finish, you feel a deep sense of pride because you kept a promise to yourself. You acted like someone who values their goals. That action becomes the story of your day, a story of growth, effort, and direction instead of distraction. When you start your morning with your most important work, you build the habit of consistency. And consistency is what turns ordinary people into high achievers. You begin to trust your own discipline because you see yourself showing up daily. You no longer wait for motivation to push you. You learn that action creates motivation, not the other way around. Your mind becomes sharper. Your decisions become clearer. You stop wasting energy thinking about when to start because you already have a system in place. Meaningful work done in the morning teaches you patience too. It teaches you how to sit with discomfort and still keep going. It teaches you how to focus on one thing instead of jumping from task to task. And these skills affect every part of your life. You stay more organized. You respond to challenges more calmly. You become a person who finishes what they plan. You build a reputation with yourself that says you follow through. There will always be days when you feel tired or unmotivated. Those are the days that matter most. When you push yourself on those mornings, you grow stronger than you ever did on the easy days. You prove to yourself that you are driven by purpose, not mood. And every time you choose to begin with your most important work, you reinforce that purpose. You strengthen your identity as someone who takes charge of their life instead of letting life control them. Think about what matters to you right now. There is a goal that has been waiting. There is a skill that needs practice. There is a dream that depends on your effort. That is the work that belongs in your morning. Put that task first, not after chores, not after entertainment, not after responsibilities that drain your energy. First, because the work that shapes your future deserves the best version of you, and the best version of you appears when the day is young. Your morning is a fresh beginning every single day. It is a chance to forget yesterday's mistakes and advance toward tomorrow's success. Do not surrender that chance to distraction or delay. Claim that first hour as your power hour. Use it to create progress, not pressure. Use it to feed your ambition, not your fears. Use it to grow instead of waiting for the right mood or perfect conditions. When you build the habit of doing your most important work first, you create a life driven by intention. You no longer feel like time is slipping away from you. You feel in control because you are making conscious choices that reflect your goals. You start to see results in your health, your skills, your career, your confidence. You feel more alive because you are using your time wisely. Each morning becomes proof that you are becoming the person you want to be. The morning is not just another part of the day. It is the part of the day that decides who you are becoming. When you honor that time with meaningful work, you change your future one day at a time. The world belongs to those who show up before their excuses. Take that first hour and turn it into progress. Build the strength to begin even when you do not feel ready. Because when you start your morning by doing your most important work, you send a clear signal to your life that success is no longer a wish. It is a daily choice. Chapter 5. Manage energy so your hours stay productive. Every hour in your day depends on the level of energy you bring into it. You can schedule tasks, plan your goals, and fill your calendar with big ambitions. But without enough energy, none of those plans can be fulfilled. Productivity is not only about time management. It is about managing the power you have inside your body and your mind. If your energy is low, the smallest task feels impossible. But when your energy is strong, challenges feel manageable and progress becomes natural. The hours in your day become useful only when you protect and strengthen your energy. Your energy comes from 3 places: your body, your mind, and your emotions. Each of these parts must be cared for if you want your time to work for you. Ignoring even one of them causes stress, frustration, and burnout. When you are tired, you lose focus. When you are overwhelmed, you lose direction. When you feel down, you lose drive. That is why the smartest thing you can do every day is notice how you feel and take steps to restore your strength before it runs out. Start with your body. Energy begins in your physical health. When you move your body, it wakes up your mind. When you eat food that supports your health, you think more clearly. When you drink enough water, your brain works better. When you sleep well, your performance rises. These simple choices decide how productive you can be. Many people ignore their body because they believe they do not have time. But without physical energy, time becomes useless. You end up sitting for long hours with very little progress. Just a short walk, fresh air, and stretching can reactivate your focus and improve your mood. Your body is not a machine that can run endlessly without rest. Treating your health like a priority gives you more hours of quality work, not less. Next, your mind needs care. The way you think either builds energy or drains it. A mind overloaded with stress loses power quickly. Constant distractions pull your attention apart and leave you tired with nothing complete. To protect your mental energy, begin your day with clarity. Know what matters most. Remove unnecessary decisions. Keep your tasks simple and organized. Every time you switch from one thing to another, your brain uses more energy. Focus on one task and finish it before moving on. This keeps your mind sharp and reduces wasted effort. Also, spend some quiet time each day, thinking simply, breathing and letting your thoughts settle. This helps your mind recover and keep stress under control. Your emotions also play a strong role in energy. Negative thoughts, fear, worry, and frustration drain energy faster than physical work ever will. When your mood is low, your hours slow down and your tasks feel heavier. Protecting your emotional energy means surrounding yourself with positive influences and speaking kindly to yourself. It means avoiding unnecessary drama and taking control of the things that affect how you feel. You cannot allow every situation or person to have access to your inner peace. Choose what supports you because peace boosts focus while conflict kills productivity. When all three sources of energy are supported, you become productive in a steady and healthy way. You do not burn out. You do not feel lost halfway through the day. You move forward with strength and direction. But this does not happen by accident. It requires paying attention to your own needs. If you feel your energy dropping, do not ignore it. Take a short break, drink water, step outside, breathe, rest your eyes. These small actions recover energy faster than pushing yourself into exhaustion. Working non-stop does not make you productive. Being energized does. Not every task deserves your highest energy. Some tasks are simple and do not require deep thinking. Save those for later. Your most important work should be done when your energy is strongest. This strategy allows you to complete meaningful work before fatigue arrives. This is how high performers get ahead. They match their tasks to their energy. When your mind is clear and fresh, do the creative and challenging work. When your energy lowers, switch to easier responsibility. This keeps your productivity steady throughout the day instead of letting exhaustion stop your progress. Pay attention to what drains you. There are habits that pull energy from you without giving anything back. Long periods on your phone, draining conversations, processed foods, staying up too late, and staying still for too long all take away your strength. Remove or limit these habits, especially during the early hours of the day. Your morning energy is more valuable than you realize. Protect it deeply. One poor choice in the morning can lower your power for hours. Respect that first boost of daily strength. Also, pay attention to what restores you. Some activities refill your energy and make you feel able to continue working with a clear mind. Listening to something inspiring, completing a small win, getting organized, stepping into sunlight, and practicing gratitude can heal your energy quickly. When you take care of your well-being, your productivity becomes smoother and more enjoyable. The goal is not to survive the day. The goal is to experience progress without feeling drained inside. Your relationships matter, too. The people you allow in your space influence your energy. There are people who bring support and confidence. There are others who bring doubt and care. Protect yourself from those who constantly take energy and give nothing positive in return. You deserve a circle that inspires you to grow. When you spend time with people who encourage your goals, your energy rises. When you spend time with people who complain and criticize your passion, your energy falls. Choose wisely because your success depends on it. Take time to notice what gives your life excitement. Passion creates powerful energy. When you work on something that matters deeply to you, you do not feel trapped by time. You feel driven by purpose. The more you include meaningful work in your day, the more energy you feel naturally. Life becomes heavier when you spend too many hours on things you dislike. Make room every day for something that inspires you. Your energy responds to joy and progress with great strength. There is also a balance that must be respected. Too much pressure lowers energy. Too much comfort lowers it too. Growth happens between these two spaces. Challenge yourself but do not destroy yourself. Work hard but not endlessly. Push yourself but also recharge. When you balance effort with recovery, you become unstoppable. Your energy levels become consistent instead of crashing up and down. Your goal is not to be busy. Your goal is to be effective. Hours filled with tired effort produce little success. Hours filled with strong energy produce excellence. Schedule breaks before exhaustion arrives. Sleep enough. Move your body. Clear mental clutter. Protect your peace. These are not weaknesses. They are strategies for achieving greater productivity. From this moment forward, pay attention to how you feel while you work. Pay attention to the signs your body and mind give you. If you are drained, change your approach instead of pushing harder. Make your well-being part of your plan for success. Treat your energy like your most valuable tool. Because when your energy rises, your capabilities rise with it. You think better, solve faster, learn quicker, and finish stronger. Every goal you have requires energy. Every dream needs strength. If you want your hours to work for you, then give those hours the best version of you. Protect your energy every day and watch your productivity reach a level you never believed was possible. Chapter 6. Limit screen time to protect your valuable hours. Screens are everywhere. In your pocket, in your hands, beside your bed, in every room you walk into. They are designed to pull your attention and keep you staring long after you plan to stop. You open your phone for a quick moment and suddenly 30 minutes disappear without a single benefit gained. Time slips away quietly while your goals wait for you to return. Limiting screen time is not about avoiding technology. It is about protecting your life from being controlled by endless content that gives you nothing in return. Your hours are valuable, and once they are gone, you never get them back. Think about how you feel after scrolling too long. Your eyes feel tired, your mind feels foggy, and there is a feeling of regret sitting in your chest. You know, you could have used that time to improve your day. You could have worked on your goals, built momentum, cleaned your space, learned a new skill, or spent time with the people who care about you. Instead, the screen took those hours without giving anything meaningful back. That feeling is a signal. Your mind is telling you that your time matters. Screens can be useful when you use them with purpose. You can learn, grow, discover, and communicate. The problem begins when you use screens without intention. They become a trap disguised as entertainment. They give short bursts of pleasure but leave you with no progress. Your attention becomes a product being bought by companies who want you to stay longer so they can show you more content. It is easy to lose control when every swipe gives a new distraction and every click invites another hour of your life. Your brain is built to chase stimulation. Screens feed that urge perfectly. Bright colors, fast movement, constant updates, and endless information all train your brain to want more. The more you watch, the harder it becomes to stop. Soon you begin to reach for your phone without thinking, even when you are already busy. This habit slowly steals focus from your goals and weakens your ability to concentrate. Your dreams can disappear in a sea of noise if you do not protect your attention. Limiting screen time allows you to feel present again. You start noticing the world around you. You hear your own thoughts clearly. You experience real conversations with full attention. You start to enjoy silence because silence gives your mind space to grow. You begin to feel alive instead of numbed by what you watch. When you reduce screen time, your creativity rises. Your imagination wakes up. Your mind finally has room to think beyond the surface. Your future depends on what you do with your hours. If you spend more time watching other people live their lives instead of building your own, your progress slows. It is easy to admire others online. It is easy to compare yourself and feel behind. But comparison only hurts when you neglect your own journey. When you use screens less, you have more time to build your self-worth. You spend time creating instead of consuming. You begin to value your own story much more. Notice how fast time disappears while you are scrolling. A few minutes can feel like nothing, but those minutes stack up. If you lose 1 hour each day to mindless screen use, that becomes 7 hours a week, that is 30 hours each month, and hundreds of hours every year that could have changed your life. Those hours could be the difference between staying stuck and finally rising. The hours you give away freely are the hours you needed to achieve the results you want. Limiting screen time gives those hours back to you. Screens also influence sleep. When your mind is filled with rapid information and bright light at night, your brain struggles to rest. You lie in bed unable to relax because your mind is still running. Then the next morning, you feel exhausted. Your energy is low, your focus is weak, and you fall behind. One bad night leads to another, and suddenly you feel trapped in a cycle of fatigue and frustration. Reducing screen time before bed protects your sleep, which increases your productivity the next day. Better sleep means better decisions. Better decisions lead to better result. You do not need to remove screens completely. You need to guide how they are used. Create clear limits. Put the phone away during meals. Turn off notifications that interrupt your focus. Keep devices out of the bedroom, so your mind can rest at night. Decide specific times when screen use is allowed. By setting boundaries, you remain in control rather than letting the screen control you. Every rule you create for your screen time is a rule that protects your life. Some tasks require screens to complete, but even in those moments, you must protect your attention from distraction. If a screen is necessary for work, use it only for the work. Close the tabs that do not help. Muting distractions shows you that focus can be trained. You begin to build mental strength. You discover that you have more control over your actions than you once believed. As you reduce screen time, you will see changes in your life quickly. You feel more energy during the day. You become more patient. You listen better. You think clearer. You have time to build habits that make your life better. You even feel more confident because you are no longer giving your hours to something that does not support your future. That confidence comes from knowing you are improving instead of wasting your potential. Limiting screens also reconnects you with real experiences. Stepping outside, hearing people laugh, feeling fresh air, enjoying a hobby, touching nature, focusing on physical surroundings all bring peace and happiness that a screen cannot replace. These real moments remind you what it means to live instead of just observe. Your dreams need your time. Your goals need your attention. Your life needs your presence. Screens can take all of that from you if you allow it. When you get distracted, remember this simple truth. Every minute given to distraction takes a minute away from your success. Please value your hours enough to protect them. You deserve a life filled with growth. You deserve to feel proud of how you spend your day. You deserve to use your brain for progress instead of pointless scrolling. You deserve to look at your life and see results instead of regrets. Limiting screen time is one of the smartest and strongest choices you can make for yourself. It is a choice that shows you respect your time. It is a choice that proves you care about your future. Take back your hours one day at a time. Put the phone down when you feel the urge to escape. Turn off the screen when the distraction begins. Remind yourself of the life you want to build. Protect your attention like the valuable treasure it is. Your time is your power. Your screen should not be the owner of it. Chapter 7. Protect your time by deciding who gets access. Your time is the most valuable thing you own. It shapes your future. It builds your success. It protects your peace. Once a moment is gone, you can never bring it back. That is why you must be careful about who is allowed to take your hours. Not everyone deserves access to your attention. Not everyone should be part of your daily life. Some people lift you up while others slow you down. Some push you forward while others hold you back. Protecting your time means choosing wisely who gets a place in your day and who does not. There are people who respect your goals. They understand that you are working towards something meaningful. They encourage you. They celebrate your progress. They want to see you succeed. Time spent with them strengthens your mindset and gives you energy. These people deserve access. They bring value into your life. They remind you why your goals matter. They give you motivation when you need it most. These relationships are worth keeping and growing. Then there are those who see your time as something they can take whenever they want. They interrupt your focus with requests that do not support your growth. Their conversations lead nowhere. Their behavior creates stress. They do not respect your boundaries. Time with them leaves you drained and frustrated. These relationships are dangerous to your progress. If you allow them too much access, they will steal hours that you need for your future. Your job is to decide the difference between the two. You must look at your relationships with honesty. How do you feel after you spend time with someone? Do you feel better, stronger, more focused, or do you feel tired, annoyed, and behind on your goals? Your feelings give you the truth. Pay attention to them. They are guiding you toward the right decisions. Protecting your time does not mean pushing everyone away. It means knowing when to say yes and when to say no. It means controlling your schedule instead of letting others control it. It means building boundaries that protect the hours you need for your dreams. You are not responsible for making everyone happy. You are responsible for giving your best self a chance to grow. When someone asks for your time, think before answering. Ask yourself if this helps your life move forward. Ask yourself if this supports your health, your goals, your progress. If the answer is no, then say no. Saying no does not mean you are rude. It means you are focused. Every yes takes time away from something else. If you say yes to the wrong things too often, you leave no room for what matters most. There will always be people who want your attention. They may want your help. They may want to complain. They may want company because they do not want to face their own responsibilities. Their habits become your distractions. If you allow them, you do not have to take on their problems. You do not have to fix what they refuse to fix. Protecting your time sometimes means distancing yourself from people who refuse to grow. You cannot let their lack of direction block your progress. Your time is also affected by how you respond to demands from work, school, or social situations. Not every invitation needs acceptance. Not every request needs immediate focus. You can choose the timing that works best for you. You can set limits when you make time for others. Do it from a place of strength, not pressure. Give your presence when you have the energy, not when you feel forced. Sometimes the biggest threat to your time is not other people. It is the version of yourself that wants to please everyone. You might feel guilty when you say no. You might worry that others will not understand your priorities. But remember that the people who truly care about your growth will respect your boundaries. They will not make you feel bad for taking your goals seriously. They will support your commitment to a better life. You must also protect your time from conversations that waste energy. Some conversations go in circles. Some focus on complaints without solutions. Some revolve around gossip that adds nothing positive to your mind. Each one drains your day and leaves your mind weaker. You cannot allow negativity to take up space where progress should lie. Protect your attention by stepping away from toxic talk. Choose conversations that help you think better, feel better, and grow stronger. The more you value your time, the more valuable you become. People begin to respect you. They notice your focus and discipline. They see that your goals are not optional experiments, but true priorities. You become a person who leads your life instead of letting others lead it for you. You build a reputation of self-respect that encourages better opportunities and stronger relationships. Protecting your time also teaches you discipline. You learn to stand up for your future. You learn to guard your hours the same way you would protect something precious. You learn to take responsibility for how your day is spent. When you take charge of your time, you take charge of your life. You create a path where success is possible every day. Look at your schedule and your connections. Who gets most of your time? Who deserves less? Who deserves more? Make adjustments without fear. Your life will improve every time you protect your hours from unnecessary demands. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but the reward is freedom. The reward is more energy for the people who truly matter. The reward is progress on goals you once thought were out of reach. There will be moments when someone asks for time you do not have. You may need to say not right now. You may need to protect a quiet hour for work or learning or rest. That hour could be the hour that changes your day. That hour could be the hour that brings a breakthrough. Do not give away your power for the approval of others. You deserve control over your time. You deserve to use your hours for what matters most. You deserve to surround yourself with people who help you grow. Protect your time by deciding who gets access. Because when you protect your time, you protect your future. And when you protect your future, you build a life that reflects your true strength and purpose. Chapter 8. Review hours spent and improve your choices. Every day you make choices about how you spend your hours. Some of those choices help you grow. Some waste your strength and delay your progress. If you want to master your time, you must understand how you use it. At the end of each day, you need a moment of honesty with yourself. Not judgment, not excuses, just truth. That truth gives you control over tomorrow. Reviewing how you spent your hours helps you discover what is working and what needs to change. Without reflection, you repeat the same mistakes again and again. With reflection, you turn each day into a lesson. There is a difference between being busy and being productive. Many people stay busy from morning to night, yet feel like they achieved nothing. They do a lot but finish little. They move fast but go nowhere important. Reviewing your day helps you see the difference. It shows you if your hours were used on priorities or distractions. It shows you if you spent your energy on progress or avoidance. When you look at your day clearly, you learn how to guide tomorrow in a better direction. Take a few minutes each evening to ask yourself what gave you progress today. Was it a task completed, a skill practiced, a step toward a meaningful goal? These wins matter. They should be noticed and appreciated. By acknowledging your successes, your confidence grows. You see that your actions are shaping the future you want. Celebrating small achievements makes the bigger goals feel possible. Next, identify what took your time without giving anything back. Maybe you got lost in entertainment. Maybe you allowed distractions to control your attention. Maybe you worked on low-value tasks while avoiding what truly mattered. Notice these choices not to punish yourself, but to learn. Improvement begins with awareness. When you see the patterns clearly, you can start to break them. You can take full responsibility for the hours that slipped away and make new rules that protect the hours ahead. Some hours are lost not because of laziness but because of poor planning. You might jump into the day without a clear direction. You might try to do too many things at once. You might be interrupted because you did not set boundaries. Each of these mistakes wastes seconds. Reflection helps you spot them sooner. Then you can create better habits that make your day smoother and stronger. Planning tomorrow becomes easier when you understand what slowed you down today. Reviewing your hours also helps you understand your personal rhythm. Everyone has times of the day where their mind works better. Maybe your focus is strongest in the morning. Maybe you think more creatively in the afternoon. Maybe you need breaks at specific moments to stay energized. By observing how your energy changes throughout the day, you can match your tasks to your strength. You give your important work the hours where you perform best. This simple adjustment can double your productivity. Be honest about how much time you spend thinking instead of acting. Overthinking steals hours without creating progress. Reviewing your day reveals these hidden time traps. When you notice them, you can create habits that push you into action sooner. Action creates clarity. Reflection helps you act smarter next time. These two behaviors working together make your life better each day. Some choices appear harmless at first. A small delay, a short distraction, but repeated daily, they build a life of regrets. Reviewing your hours lets you notice these small habits before they become bigger problems. It allows you to replace them with choices that help instead of hurt. You become more intentional with how you live. You stop letting the day control you. You start controlling the day. There is great power in asking a simple question. Did I move closer to the person I want to become? If the answer is yes, appreciate the progress. If the answer is no, decide what you will change tomorrow. Every day gives you a chance to adjust. You do not need to wait for a new week or a new month. Change can happen daily. Improvement can be consistent when you pay attention to your time. Keep track of your patterns. Write down your choices. You will begin to see what activities lift you up and what activities pull you down. You will learn what environments help you focus and which ones create distraction. You will discover which people support your goals and which ones interrupt your growth. This information gives you power. You can shape your life with intention instead of guessing what work. Reviewing your hours also teaches patience. When you reflect, you understand that progress does not always show big results right away. Some days feel slower. Some days feel tough. But when you look at the week or the month, you can see the improvement stacking up. You see that discipline creates change. Even when the change feels small in the moment, patience grows stronger when you can see your long-term progress. Do not be afraid to admit when you made poor choices. Everyone does. The people who grow are the ones who learn from. Regret changes nothing unless it leads you to better decisions. Be kind to yourself, but not blind. A strong review requires honesty. When you know exactly where you lost time, you can take back control tomorrow. You stop repeating the same behaviors that keep you stuck. Reflecting on your time also builds self-respect. You prove to yourself that your life matters enough to study and improve. You show that you value your future more than temporary comfort. You take responsibility for your success instead of leaving it to chance. This mindset creates a stronger version of you. A version that knows every day is a step forward, not just another day gone. As you review your hours regularly, your decision-making becomes faster and sharper. You no longer waste time guessing what to do. You already know what works for you. You already know which actions push you toward growth. You start every day with a clear strategy instead of hoping things go well. This clarity gives you confidence. Confidence gives you momentum. Momentum leads you to the results you once only hoped for. Your life is built one day at a time. Each day is built 1 hour at a time. Reflecting on those hours allows you to design your future instead of drifting into it. Look closely. Learn daily. Adjust quickly. Improvement does not need to wait. You can be better tomorrow because you reviewed today. When you review hours spent and improve your choices, you transform every day into an opportunity to rise. Chapter 9. Turn free moments into learning and growth. Every person has small pockets of free time during the day. These moments can appear while waiting in line, while sitting in a car, while taking a short break, or when you finish a task earlier than planned. Most people barely notice these moments. They fill them with empty habits that give quick pleasure but no progress. They scroll without thinking. They stare at screens to escape boredom. They let minutes slip away quietly. But those minutes are a hidden gift. They can shape your future if you choose to use them wisely. When you turn free moments into learning and growth, you turn every day into a chance to improve your life. Learning does not have to be a big event. It can be simple and still be powerful. A short article can teach you something new. A quick audio message can give you an idea that changes your thinking. A few minutes reviewing your goals can remind you what truly matters. Growth happens when you make small choices again and again. Those choices slowly build a stronger version of you. Growth does not need a large block of time. It only needs intention. Imagine how different your life would be if every short break helped you build a new skill. If every free moment strengthened your mind instead of distracting it. Those minutes add up. They become hours of improvement that most people leave unused. You do not need more time. You need better use of the time already in your hands. Every day has opportunities to learn if you decide to look for them. Use small moments to toe new ideas. Read a few pages of a book that helps you think better. Listen to a podcast that teaches success habits. Watch an educational video that supports your goals. Write down reflections that help you understand yourself more clearly. Every learning choice gives you a new piece of power that you can carry into the future. You start to think on a higher level. You become more confident in conversations. You gain the ability to solve problems faster. You grow without needing extra hours. Growth is not only mental. It can also be physical. A few minutes of stretching can refresh your body. A short walk can calm your mind. Practicing your posture can build your discipline. When your body feels awake, your mind works better. Small physical actions can lead to better health and stronger energy. These actions use the same free moments that would otherwise be wasted. You upgrade your life by choosing progress in small doses. Another way to grow in free moments is to practice gratitude. When you pause and think about what you appreciate, you improve your emotional strength. Gratitude training helps reduce stress and builds a positive mindset. A positive mind makes learning easier. It helps you stay focused and calm during challenges. Free moments give you space to breathe, reflect, and reset your attitude so you can return to work with better focus. Free moments are also great for reviewing plans. Look at your goals. Check your progress. Think about what needs improvement. These small reflections keep your future clear in your mind. When you know where you are going, every decision becomes easier. Your daily actions start matching your ambitions. You waste less time guessing what to do next. Free moments help you stay on track without needing long planning sessions. Growth can also come from creativity. When you let your thoughts explore solutions, ideas or dreams, you awaken new potential within yourself. Write down a thought that inspires you. Sketch a design. Brainstorm new ways to reach a goal. Creativity does not always demand long hours. It only needs attention. If you give it attention in your free moments, you stay innovative and excited about your life. Notice how learning and growth builds self-respect. You begin to feel proud of how you spend your time. You look at yourself and see progress. You see someone who values their future. This pride becomes motivation. The more you grow, the more you want to keep growing. Small habits turn into strong identity over time. You create a life where improvement is normal, not rare. Some people believe learning must be formal and serious. But learning can be simple. You can observe people who succeed and notice what they do differently. You can pay attention to conversations that teach something useful. You can ask one smart question that opens your mind. If you remain curious, you grow faster than those who only learn when forced. Curiosity turns free time into a tool for wisdom. There will be moments when the easy option looks more tempting. Boredom will tell you to escape into distraction. But boredom is a signal that you have time available. It is not a threat. It is an invitation. When that signal appears, choose something that supports your future instead of something that steals your attention. Your mind becomes stronger every time you choose growth over escape. It is important to be patient with the process. Free moments may feel too small to matter. But small progress, every day becomes large progress in a year. You will look back and be shocked by how much you have learned. All because you chose to use the time others waste. Every small improvement pushes you one step closer to the life you want. This habit also protects you from feeling stuck. When you know that even short breaks help your growth, you never feel like time is being lost. You turn waiting time into winning time. You remove boredom from your life. You remove regret because you know you are doing something meaningful with the time you once ignored. Your future success does not depend only on big actions. It depends on the consistency of small choices. When you choose progress in the free moments, your day becomes filled with opportunities to advance. You feel more control over your life because you do not let hours slip away unnoticed. You feel more alive because growth gives your life meaning. Look around. Quiet moments are everywhere. You can fill them with distraction and lose them forever. Or you can fill them with learning and grow into someone stronger. You deserve to use every moment in a way that benefits you. Your mind deserves new knowledge. Your life deserves constant improvement. Turn free moments into progress and your growth will never stop. Through these small actions, you build a future you are excited to live in. Chapter 10. Act now because wasted hours never return. Every hour of your life holds the chance to grow, change, or improve. Once that hour passes, you cannot get it back. No matter how much you wish for it, time does not pause for regret or hesitation. It keeps moving and taking your future with it. Acting now means choosing progress instead of delay. Choosing courage instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Many people sit with dreams inside them. Goals they think about. Plans they whisper to themselves at night. But thinking alone changes nothing. Action is what turns ideas into results. Action is what makes a life impressive instead of average. Every person has a voice inside that says I will start tomorrow or I will do it when I feel ready. But those thoughts steal opportunities quietly. Tomorrow becomes next week, next month and next year. And suddenly a person realizes they stayed the same because they kept postponing the steps they needed to take. Wasted hours disappear silently but the regret stays loud. When you act now, you break this cycle. You show yourself that you are done waiting for life to hand you success. You take responsibility for your future because nobody else can live it for you. There is a power in starting even in conditions are not perfect. The perfect time may never arrive. If you wait for everything to feel comfortable, you will wait forever. Action does not require perfection. It requires willingness. The moment you take one step, you feel momentum. That single step creates confidence. That confidence becomes energy. Energy creates progress. And before you know it, you are moving toward your goals when others are still thinking about theirs. Progress favors those who act, not those who hesitate. Acting now also removes fear. When you overthink, you feed fear. When you take action, you weaken fear. Fear loses power when you face it head on. Most worries exist only in the mind and fade once you begin. Starting gives clarity while waiting gives confusion. The longer you delay, the heavier the task becomes in your mind. But when you start, you realize it is possible. You discover strength you did not know you had. Action reveals ability. Action trains courage. Action builds character. Every hour wasted creates a gap between who you are and who you want to become. That gap does not close automatically. It closes only when you move. Think of the dreams you hold. They deserve to be seen, not buried. They deserve effort, not avoidance. When you take action, you honor your potential. You respect your future. You tell yourself that your life matters too much to waste. Action shows self-respect. It shows that you take yourself seriously. Sometimes people wait for motivation, hoping it will push them forward. But motivation is unpredictable. Some days it shows up and some days it does not. Relying on motivation keeps you stuck. Action creates motivation. When you act first, motivation follows. Taking even a small step makes you feel proud and that pride encourages you to continue. The best time to act is when you feel uncertain because that is when you grow the most. Acting now teaches discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. That habit builds a strong future. A future where your results are greater than your excuses. Excuses come easily because they protect comfort. But comfort does not create success. Growth does. Growth happens when you move outside what is easy and take the step anyway. Every time you choose action over delay, you become more disciplined, more confident, and more powerful. Remember that time is not endless. None of us know how many hours we have. Life gives opportunities, but it does not guarantee second chances. You may have an idea today that could change everything for you, but if you ignore it, someone else may build it. You may want to learn a skill that opens doors, but if you wait too long, that door may close. Opportunity respects action. It does not wait around for hesitation. Every moment could be the moment where your life begins to transform. Acting now also means trusting yourself. You do not need to have every answer in the beginning. You learn by moving. You improve with experience. Confidence grows from trying, not from knowing everything first. It is better to start with uncertainty than to remain stuck with regret. You deserve to surprise yourself with what you can achieve. Those surprises come only when you dare to go forward before feeling fully prepared. There will always be reasons to delay. There will always be distractions attempting to steal your attention. There will always be a more comfortable choice waiting for you to pick it. But comfort today can create disappointment tomorrow. You will never look back wishing you wasted more time. You will look back wishing you used more of it wisely, wishing you started sooner, wishing you had acted when the opportunity was right in front of you. Every time you choose to act now, you shrink the distance between a thought and a result. You become someone who finishes, someone who grows, someone who does not allow fear to lead, someone whose hours reflect ambition instead of avoidance. The best version of you is waiting on the other side of action. That version cannot appear while you sit and wait. It appears when you move forward, even a little at a time. Think about a goal you have wanted to reach. Picture how it would feel to achieve it. That outcome is created by the hours you choose to use today. The next move may be small, but it can change everything. One message sent, one lesson learned, one task completed, one decision made. Every step counts, because every step carries you forward. Action builds a path 1 hour at a time. Act now means start with what you have, not with what you hope to have later. Use the strength you currently hold. Use the knowledge you have today. Progress improves those skills. Waiting does if you keep waiting to feel stronger. You may never begin. Taking action makes you stronger. Do not underestimate what you are capable of when you simply decide to begin. Right now you have a chance to move closer to the life you want. Do not let another hour pass without progress. Do not leave your dream waiting for a day that may never come. Do not let fear or doubt or laziness steal more of your time. Take the first step now. The future will thank you for it because wasted hours never return. But the hours used well create a life you can be proud of every single.